Blane Charles Media presents life, living it fiercely in power. Yes, it's a gorgeous, beautiful Sunday, and the sun is shining brightly. And I want to talk to you about human life, because human life matters. That's our theme today. People often ask me where my activism began. The answer is heartbreak. After losing my first two lovers to the AIDS epidemic, I knew I had a choice. I could allow my grief and anger to consume me, or I can channel that pain into something constructive, something that created value, something that honored the people we were losing. I chose action. In 1989, ACT UP New York needed a chalk queen. This is long before social media, smartphones, or viral campaigns. If you wanted to make people pay attention, you had to show up with your body, your voice, your courage, your conviction, and a chalkboard. So I signed up. The rest, as they say, is history, or perhaps more accurately, her story. My activism led me to experiences I could never have imagined. I became the last person to have my body painted by Keith Haring and his assistant Angel for the iconic Act Up for Life fundraiser at the Sound Factory, featured in the 20-year anniversary issue of Andy Warhol's Interview magazine with the infamous Ziggy Marley on the cover. Keith understood that art could be a powerful form of activism, and that every brushstroke could become a demand for justice, compassion, and life. Not long afterward, I appeared as the centerfold in People's Magazine for Suzanne Barsh's very first Love Ball at Roseland Ballroom, a celebration of resilience, creativity, and a community determined to live, love, and fight in the face of imaginable loss. When I say I gave my body for the cause, I mean that literally. Activism wasn't theoretical for us. It was a hashtag. It was something we posted about. It was something we lived. It meant risking our reputations, our careers, our safety, and sometimes even our freedom, because lives depended on it. One of the moments I'll never forget was traveling to Durham, North Carolina, Peter Staley and the gang, to the home of Burroughs Wellcome, the manufacturers of AZT. At the time, the medication was priced beyond the reach of so many people living with HIV/AIDS. We protested because we believed that no one should die simply because life-saving medication was unaffordable. Our demonstration made the front page of the Durham Herald and the 6 o'clock evening news. Behind the scenes, Keith Haring quietly and anonymously helped fund this action, contributing to what would have amounted to about roughly $70,000 in 1989. He didn't do it for recognition, he did it because he believed that every human life mattered. Those experiences forever changed me. They taught me that activism isn't about being the loudest person in the room. It's about refusing to be silent when silence costs lives. Today, decades later, my mission continues in different ways. I have the profound honor of serving as the first non-binary multiracial person on the board of directors of CALLEN-LORDE Community Health Center, an organization that has provided compassionate, affirming health care to the LGBTQ+ communities for generations. My activism has also expanded through my Buddhist practice with SGI, Soka Gaikai International, where I've learned that lasting peace begins with transforming our own lives. I've come to understand that anger itself isn't the enemy. Unchanneled anger can destroy us, but directed with wisdom, courage, and compassion, it can become an incredible force for justice, healing, and hope. That's the lesson these past 37 years have taught me. Take your pain and transform it. Take your grief and give it purpose. Take your anger and use it to build a better world. Every generation is called to stand up for something. Every generation has an opportunity to decide whether fear or love will define its legacy. I know what I've chosen, and I will continue to channel my anger into constructive value creation action for as long as I have left. Because the people we love deserve to be remembered. The people still fighting deserve to be supported. And the generations that come after us deserve a world that is more compassionate, more just, and more peaceful than the one we inherited. That is my promise, that is my mission. And that is the work I will continue to do until I take my very last breath. If you're ready to live more authentically, celebrate your unique self, and create a more compassionate world, you're in the right place. subscribe to life, and join our growing community. Remember, why just wear a diamond when you can be one? Let's stay focused, hopeful, joyful, determined, resilient, optimistic, persistent, full of hope and joy, and hydrated, because self-care and self-love are what? Non-negotiables. Sending you lots of love and light. Until tomorrow, always remember life, living it fiercely. Empowered.